The results are very clean on artifacts, but it obviously can look a little less clinical when paused or slowed down, but the blend and motion blur quality is very high in this quality mode. In contrast, the reduced but much faster 60 FPS mode does look and play much smoother and faster, but obviously the motion blur is less evident and at times doesn't really stand out anywhere near as much as it does in the 30 FPS mode. And even though the 30 FPS mode is brilliant, when it comes to racing games and for myself personally, 60 FPS is the better option. That said, having the choice being offered in the menu is the best thing when you're picking your pill and getting stuck into the action. This is only improved further by such impressive results. 30 FPS is locked from this early preview build with no issues at all, and only a starting single frame drop here and there noted in the performance mode as you shift into gameplay. Once in the thick of action, it also presents a completely flat line, which makes this performance testing section little more than a chance to admire the results from a visual presentation and consistency basis. It's one hell of an engine and one hell of a result from the team. Now, these games have always been an evolution over revolution, and this is equally true here in 5. Comparing the most similar sections to the Series S here on Forza 4 to Forza 5 Horizon, you can notice improvements in the water reflections, the colour tones. It's got a far more cinematic colour grading is used here, along with a higher level of post-processing image, enhanced depth and volume throughout with a lighter haze to simulate atmospheric scattering, as light bounces within dust particles like a prism, which creates that density and depth you see in the scene. This is much better in 5. As are the high resolution improvements to the construction of foliage and edges. That lodge shift and popping reductions I mentioned earlier are one of the biggest now, with 4 showing clear and far more apparent popping as you scream through the world. Many other are simple art direction, location changes and improvements to texture assets, materials from light reaction, specular reflection and even tweaks to the water droplet refraction on screen space on the camera. But we obviously have much more to see here in the final game, with those ray trace reflections mentioned earlier being exclusive to the Forza Vista photo mode or that vast open world of Mexico to explore. Not to mention the Series S and those last gen and PC versions. This is just lap 1 of a much bigger performance review to come in November. And if you want to be on the starting grid when that drops for more tech, performance and gaming info, then hit that subscribe button and get notified when we start our engines very soon. But until then, I'm off to race a little more and catch you on the next one.